And we are live. Hello once again. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Rebecca and May. For tonight, we will gonna present again another inspirational story. The story of Coach Daphne Balani. She's a physical therapist and an online business owner. We continue our role, our goal, our mission to inspire you so that you can see if this opportunity is also perfect fit for you. All right.
We are here to share the stories of success, faith, and resilience of individuals who have successfully transitioned to the world of the digital business. Watch, listen, and be inspired from the testimonials of the business owners on how they conquered the online space by helping people to start a business that changed their lives. This is Rebecca and May, working moms and digital entrepreneurs. We are here to share with you the boons of the digital business. So, come join us.
Hello there, everyone. It's May here, and I'm glad to be here with you tonight, live from Winnipeg, Canada. Get ready for another special episode of the Pep Talk that you don't want to miss. We have a treat in store for you, so get ready for a night filled with inspiration, valuable insights, and a whole lot of positivity.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah. Do you want us to?
Well, I'll introduce her now. I'm
Yeah.
so excited to introduce everyone to someone truly remarkable. She's not only one of the most cherished individuals in our community, but she's also incredibly accommodating and very friendly. I actually like to call her Miss Congeniality. She doesn't know that. She's just learning it now. Because, she can build connections and make friends anywhere she goes. She's not only our guest, she's also our saver sister, someone who played a pivotal role in my own business journey. I remember my first virtual Zoom meeting. I was feeling a bit nervous and unsure. They were looking for some volunteers, and suddenly she stepped in and she volunteered us without hesitation. It was a pleasant surprise, actually, because we had just met for the first time and it was virtually only. And yet she saw something in us that made her believe in our potential. So, without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to our Miss Congeniality and our birthday celebrant, Coach Daphne Balani.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here for the first time with you, my saver sister.
I guess.
Finally, sis.
I
Welcome.
know.
So,
So grateful to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, sharing your time with us.
yes, I know
No,
you are always busy with a lot of stuff, but thank you so much for gracing our invitation.
always, all the time. I can't say no to this, especially you, both of you, my saver sisters.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again, Coach. All right. So again, thank you so much. So for those who are tuning here tonight with us, this is a live stream on my page and on Richard and May's business page. So comment down below where you are tuning from. And if you have any questions, just drop in down below because we always love to connect with you. Right. And yes, as they say, there is no such as nonsense question. So drop it down below so that we can help you clarify the things that you have in your mind. All right. So we have some viewers here.
Yeah.
Hello, sis Maita Castillo from Nevada. Yes, she's the best. All right. Thank you
Yeah.
again.
My
Have
shining star sister.
Says
Say
Heidi, hello ladies, warm happy birthday, says Coach Daphne. She's amazing. Yes, we agree with that. She's
mm-mm,
Thank you,
yeah.
Sweet Katie.
all right.
Okay. So yeah.
Let's move on. Coach Daphne, we have two parts of this interview. I will pass on the floor to Sis May for our next step.
I'm
Yes.
excited. I watch your pep talk sometimes. You have surprise.
Well,
Course,
this one,
that's how we keep our audiences. That's how we inform them, right?
I
Through a
know.
lot of surprises.
well, before we dive into the business Q&A, let's have a little segment to get to know you better. We'll just play a game of this or that. It's super easy. I'll just give you two options, and all you have to do is choose one and tell us why you prefer that option. Okay. First up, as a healthcare professional, we're curious, what do you enjoy working with more, bones or muscles? Share us your preference and the reason behind it.
Muscle.
Why?
Muscle because well, a little bit of both, but muscle itself because muscle, I work with my hands. Hands is like healing hands, right? And you can kind of feel where you're, if they're starting to relax, they feel better, and it's just rewarding that the healing. You can feel it by your hands by just touching the muscle.
Oh, wow. That's interesting, huh? Okay, next. Let's talk about your favorite beverage. We often see you with a tumbler in hand, and would like to know, is it filled with coffee or tea? Give us the scoop on your go-to drink.
Water.
Water, just water.
Water. My go-to is water. My second go-to is kombucha.
Kombucha.
It's a fermented. You can either do. It's a fermented drink. You can do. I love kombucha, like the ginger. So something probiotics. I'm into. I seldom drink. Soda is. What do you call that? Is a treat.
Okay.
Yes. But more or less, majority of the time, water.
Water. Okay, good, good. So you're keeping it healthy. You walk the talk, huh? Yeah, you walk the talk. Yeah, okay. So anyhow, as the beloved Miss Congeniality, you're always active in various communities. But when it comes to socializing, do you enjoy hosting parties or attending them? Which one gets you more excited and why?
Attending them.
Really? But I see you always organizing parties.
I know. I know. I know. It was kind of voluntold. So when voluntold, right? I like to do when I have a task given to me. So I'll give my best. It looks like from the outside like I do my best, but I love attending and just relax, mingling with people.
Oh, okay. So next time, don't ask her to organize anything. Just ask her to be invited to come.
I doubt it.
Okay. We all know you're incredibly intelligent and resourceful, but if you had to choose, would you rather be a book smart or a street smart? Share your thoughts.
Smart.
Sorry?
I want to be street smart. I'm a bookish person, but I wanted to be street
Street smart.
smarter.
Street smarter? Smart.
If that's the word, I mean, I want to develop that more.
Oh, okay. I think, yeah, a lot of people would rather have that. Now, last question. This is not a this or that question, it's just a direct question, and we're curious to know. So, let's imagine a different path. If you're not a physical therapist, what profession would you choose instead?
I want to be a doctor.
Isn't it the same thing?
I know, right? That was really my ultimate dream. But if other than medicine, what would I be?
Yeah. What kind of physician or
I
surgeon?
want to be I want to be like entrepreneur, but focus on like wellness, like in a like I'm
But
sharing my dream, right? Like a wellness, like in like experiencing farm for those people who doesn't know what like farm life is, but help with like
oh,
experience the like like a wellness spa or
holistic
like something
cure.
like that, a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So that's my that's my dream. My actually my sisters and I dream.
Oh, nice. A holistic naturopathy cure, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. I hope you had fun,
I
Rebecca.
did.
Your
I
turn.
did. It's like what do you call that? It's like a warm up. My energy and have you like when I'm enjoying myself, my you can feel it. You can hear it in my voice, and then like I'm hyper.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, as usual, that we can see, we can feel how excited, how you are enjoying this time. But you know what, ladies, before I throw in my question, because we are moving to our next part, which is the formal interview to get to know you more and to give value to our viewers, to see if maybe some of their questions might be answered in here. I would love to acknowledge some of our live viewers. We have Mona, your business partner from Spain. Hi, Mona. Thank you so much. She said, hello,
Hi, Mana.
ladies. Also, I have my business partner. Hello, my idols. Yes, Carlota. And see you on August, Carlota. I'm so
See
excited.
you in August.
Yes. All right. So here we go. A lot of people are wondering, how did we started this online business? How's our journey, right? So could you kindly share your life journey, including how you discovered this business opportunity and what inspired you to pursue it?
Oh, okay. To begin with, for those who doesn't know me yet, for those who's going to watch this on a replay, my name is Daphne. I'm an online mentor and an online coach. By profession, I'm a physical therapist, but I'm a Filipina, originally from born and raised in the Philippines. I just came here in Texas many moons ago, 17 years ago. I was a what do you call that? I was recruited back home to work here in a rural town here in South Texas. Never left. I found my helping people. I love helping people. Um, so the next question was how I found this business, right? So this business was introduced to me. Um, it was introduced to me by my friend. But most of the people here probably they saw this business on an ad on a YouTube or Facebook and all of that. But mine was different. It was introduced to me, and I'm so blessed that I was able to, you know, be able to be introduced to this opportunity. I never thought that I would do something like this. I know for myself that I want to do something different, to do something like to, because my issue was my concern at that time in, so I started in November of 2020, where everything was uncertain, everybody was fearful, don't know what to do. So as a physical therapist, I thought I have it already, right? A healthcare, stable job, a competitive pay. But in just one change, and the whole world changed, uh, my healthcare profession was not that dependable anymore. Our, because we're not like the frontliners. I mean, I am, but like not like the, like the first line of like the nurses and things like that. I'm ancillary, but they shut down our facility. My God, that was an eye opener for me. It opened after a week, but it was an eye opener for me because I solely depended on that. I don't have anything. If I do some racket on the side, like another, I work at home, like in home health or a nursing home, but still, it's still physical therapy. It's not like other source of income. So I was kind of afraid at that time. So if this will kind of be prolonged, where will I get? Because, as an immigrant person, a Filipino person, it's natural for us to be able to continue to help our elderly parents back home. And that was really my by one of my strongest why I came and pursued coming here in America, to have a better life, not only for myself but for my family back home. So that so I found this, so I'm so grateful for that. And then what's the next question? How did I change from that? Oh, so after that, I like what everybody else. When you look at the business, I register my name in my email, watch the 90-minute webinar, a life changing indeed. Uh, I jumped in, even though at the back of my mind I was skeptical. But that's natural for everybody to be skeptical, right? Because it's online. You don't know if it'll work for you, if it will be like, it's safe. But with after watching everybody, the people inside was just normal people, just like you and me. Healthcare worker, nurses from other part of the industries, and it's all over the world. So I didn't hesitate. I just jumped in. And then I just took a leap of faith, and now I'm a business owner. Yes. Did I answer all the
Wow.
questions?
Yes,
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Yes.
I
Thank
can
you.
totally resonate with you, Coach Daphne, because I am a frontliner. I work in busy emergency hospital as radiographer, and there was a point that my career was at risk. I was hit so hard with no work, no pay. I was sick for over a month because of our global crisis. So I said I really need a side hustle, something that I can do at home, right?
True.
Because you know what? Yes, medical professionals was the vital part on our global crisis recently, but we also experience uncertainties, right? Not all healthcare workers are secured, right? That's why, yeah, we are grateful that we have this side hustle who supplemented our uncertainties. So thank you.
Yes, it's a
Thank you for,
blessing, and it's a blessing that came at the right time, right? By the
yeah.
way, congratulations to the new coach in the house, Coach Rebecca. This is your moment. This is my opportunity to greet you publicly.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Yes, we will have another session with that. But thank you so much for your unending support. Just to before we throw in the next question, I will just give you a little bit information trivia. Yes, I did my coaching evaluation, and Coach Daphne did a one-on-one review with me, and May here on the side. She's always my go-to. If I don't know anything, I will just throw in the question any time of the day, any time of the night. That's why I felt confident to face or to do my evaluation. So thank you, my savers sisters, for always supporting me. Back to you, Sis May.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm still what I still have the shock from from the other day.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so Coach Daphne, someone who has transitioned from being a digital business owner, then to a mentor, and now a coach, you've undoubtedly gained valuable insights along your entrepreneurship journey. So, reflecting on that experience, what's one lesson you wish you had known from the start? And in such a competitive business environment, how do you prioritize your sanity and well being?
Number one, a great lesson for me at the very beginning. Believe in you with your totally mind and heart, 105% right away, fast, as fast as you can.
Fast, okay.
um, because at the beginning for me, my mind says I needed it, but my heart was afraid of what other people will tell about me. You know, so believe 105% right away. Number two, it's important to have a good mental toughness, emotional toughness. Savers is the go-to. For those who doesn't know what savers is, so the three of us were got close with Savers when we had the Savers challenge. Savers stands for, it's a combination of six parts of your s- the Savers out of a sudden silence, right?
Routine.
Silence, affirmation. All of a sudden, I went, what is Savers? And I do it every day now, a part of my life. Without it, I feel like there's something missing in the morning. So, silence, affirmation, visualization, you exercise, you read, and you scribe or you journal all into one in compact. You would learn that with Hal Elrod on the Miracle Morning, right? So that's one. For those who doesn't know, who's new in the business, Savers is the go-to, that the one that will anchor you to keep going. So have that. And of course, you need to stay plugged in. Without being plugged in, then you'll get lost. You would doubt yourself. There will come a time that you would doubt yourself. Even the seasoned, even us, doubt will creep in. But if you are to plug in, you have accountability partners, uh, like the Saver sisters, like my Shining Star sisters. You need to get those accountability partner, not just your mentor. Get out of your cave, like your don't be like the tunnel. Get out, network to everyone. Then get out of your comfort zone, join the challenges that the leaders are offering you, because there's a reason for that. It's improving your confidence. When you improve your confidence, there's growth. When there's growth, you'll be more, confident in how you do your business.
Yeah, great. Thank you for that. Staying plugged in. It's another term of fear of missing out. FOMO, right?
Yes. Yes, correct. As well as connection. That's very important here. As we always promise, you have one-on-one mentor and coach, but you also need to connect with other individuals within the business. Why? You need to find your tribe, someone that will uplift you, will push you up to your goals in life. Like us here, we are missing sis Maida. She's now in she's now busy on her duty. She's also a nurse, but yeah, we are it's the four of us who always chat with each other, who push uplift, because as you know, business owners, we also face a lot of challenges. Yeah, right. So that's where I will ask you, coach, what are your challenges being full-time physical therapist while running your business, and how do you overcome this? Because we have a lot of professionals here who are asking us, can I do this? Like, is this a perfect fit for me? How can I balance my time, right? My career versus family over an online business. So please share us, coach, what are the challenges and how do you overcome them?
Yes. So, as a full-time physical therapist, I work from Monday to Friday, from like 40 hours or more a week. But I find time to do my business at least 1 to 2 hours a day. That's my minimum. Because it's not just sitting down for 2 hours, it's a little bit of everything throughout the day. But I made it a point that there's a schedule. Like, say, after my dinner or something, I will sit down and do my business. Like, I have a calendar, or like tasks to do each day that I usually do. And then lately, I have read about, I listened with Ed Milet, the power of one more, something like that. It's like doing a little bit more than what you're usually doing. Uh, yes, so it's really like pushing you a little bit further, right? Not just like the monotonous, like, oh, you're doing this, okay, I did this, but what else? What else that would ignite you to do more, right? So the power of one more by Ed Milet. Listen to that. It's really powerful. Yeah, make a schedule, be organized on where you want that. Because if you just like, oh, I wouldn't do the business right now, or later maybe, don't procrastinate. Make sure you have that. It's like a part of you, because treat it as a real business. Don't be like, treat it like, oh, this is just my hobby. Then the result will be just like a hobby.
I have-
But if you treat it like a business, You go to there, there's a time, you go make an effort, and then when you do something on that span of time, you give your 105%. Because if you do it like 50, 70%, I just do it like this, yeah, like that. So what you're performing, that's the result. But if you give like, and you do it 105%, and you do it like give your best, then you would see the result, that is really the result that you wanted, right? So yeah, the scheduling, that's important. Have a calendar of things you need to do, because if you see it, if you can quantify, if you can see it, right, and you see it, what's the result, then you can quantify it, and then you know the result, right? You know the numbers, right? Everything is about the numbers now. And all I can say is like, be consistent and be patient. Just even you feel like, I do that but I don't see any results, but you didn't know, like, those things are compounding and then making you a better version of yourself, like you're doing now. Like, for example, right, when we were starting, remember, we're just like in just the beginning, and but the three of us found ourselves pushing each other up, being a servant leader, even though we don't know yet what we're doing, but we're and then slowly we grow. We just bring ourselves out there. Sometimes we say to each other, isn't it like we're already exposed? But that's not the thing. The thing is, you're already practicing what the next you would be. So you're preparing yourself who you want to be next, right? So I think that's what really how I try to do it. I try to be. I'm not perfect. I have my moments, as like the two of you know. Um, I'm a crybaby at times, but they say cry a little bit, have a pause, but you know when you're going, and then go up and go again. And don't linger, because if you are a true eagle, if you are the true, this one is just like a season. You're going to get past through that, and just focus on what is it really that you want, right?
Yeah. Yes, coach. It's just like an eagle flying through the storm, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, before I throw in the next question, for those who are watching right now, if you have any questions for Coach Daphne, just write it in the comments and we'll be asking her. I know who's watching right now. Okay. Now, and this question would be for those who are watching now. To your mentees out there who might be watching us now live or on a replay, we know that you've been there for them every step of the way, serving both as a mentor and a trusted friend. But here's the exciting part. Is there something, perhaps a message or advice that you haven't shared with them yet? We're curious to hear what valuable insights you have for your mentees to help them sustain their passion and motivation throughout the journey, aside from what you have said earlier.
So this is just a realization lately. Like, I thought in myself that I'm doing my best already, but I was inspired with this presentation in one of our private group about really assessing yourself where you're at in the business, right? You have to be true to yourself. Is it really what you're doing? Like, what is it currently that you're doing? What's working, what's not working, and what do I need to improve on? Once you kind of like write it down in specific, because when you write it down, you would really know you're not lying to yourself, you're not procrastinating. You know for the fact that you're honest to yourself that this is what's happening. You accept that. What's working right now? If it's not working, don't do it. Then the next thing is, what are you going to do about it? So that is my realization, and it's like correlating to each other, like because I really wanted to go for the next one, right? I want to push myself. It's like I felt like sometimes you feel like you're at a loss and things like that. Then I realized that yes, I need to do, if I want to change something, I need to do an extra. an extra push, like what else I can do better. When you accept that fact that what you know what you're lacking at, and you work at it double time, give your best, and there I think you would kind of see, it would be like an what do I say it, it's a fulfilling feeling that you know where you want to be, and you know what are the steps that you will take to get to the next point in your life, in your business, because the tools are there, you're plugging in, and the thing is, what are you doing, right? What are you doing to yourself? Are you still doing the same thing over and over again, and then you don't see results, and then you ask yourself, I don't see result, I feel so bad. Everybody has their own ups and downs, but you have to accept first to yourself what's really going on in my own backyard. What am I doing right now that's is working? What am I going to do next? If I will be this one next, what are the things that I'm going to do to prepare me for the next one? Am I really prepared, right? So that if you have that honesty to yourself, then you would know and know the things or the steps that you need to do to go for the next step, right?
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. It's really important to evaluate yourself, your business, the status of your business. Why? Because, in businesses, you play with numbers, right? You play with numbers. So the data collection, it's very vital to us so that you know how far are you on your next goal, right? And yes, it's a great point as well. Honesty to yourself. Yes, I believe with you, Coach Daphne. You need to be honest to yourself. I had that moment previous week while doing my review on my evaluation. I told myself I need to be honest. I need to face this so that I can move on to my next goal, right? Because they gave us 2 months, but it's not I am procrastinating, but the fear that I have inside, it's kahiyaan na to. So I really need to do it, right? So yeah, dive in deeper, know yourself, know where you at, and we always provide, like our community provide the tools for you to grow, for you to move to your next milestone or next goal. But it's always up to you. You need to be honest. You need to evaluate yourself. Am I doing the correct thing? What else? This is the important thing. What are the things that I haven't done for my business, right? So always ask that. I also mentioned this to my partners, ask yourself, because sometimes they will go to me, right? Being coach Daphne, you know this. But for me, some of my business partners, they will come to me. What else? Like why I don't see any movement on my business? So I throw back to them the question: what have you done, and what else you haven't done? Why your business is not moving? So take note of this, write this, because it's only you who can assess and answer where you are at in your business. So yes, moving on to our next question, Coach Daphne. Our online business, it's a lot of moving parts, right? So in the ever changing business landscapes, how do you stay up to date and informed about the latest developments? I know you've been volunteering in our community, but what else do you do to become up to date?
Oh, okay. I missed some of the questions, but I'll catch up, okay? My internet lagged. I don't know. The life of an online business entrepreneur. Okay.
Coach,
Uh, yeah,
I
let's
will
can you do
repeat.
it again?
Okay. Sure. In the ever changing business landscape, how do you stay up to date and informed about the latest developments?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes. Besides being plugged in, right? Mastermind always every Wednesday. Um, and also I would don't miss like the drop in zooms. Those are very vital. And then be a servant leader, like for us. I'm not saying that I know everything. I don't. It's a learning through process. But if you do be a servant leader, you're not just helping your fellow business partner, but there's a gold mine in serving. There's a gold, all of us we have our own strengths. And when you are a servant leader, when you join forces, man, those uh what do you call that? It's like a powerful potion together. Oh yeah, I think that's one thing. Be a servant leader. Join the challenges, whatever it's being brought there, because it's a learning tool. What else? Uh, Read books. Please read books. Read books, because reading or listening is like food for your thoughts, because thoughts is very important in this business. It's 80 to 90% mindset, meaning mental emotional toughness, because that's how you will gear yourself to perform well in this business, because the skills, the tools are there already. It's there for you. You just need to train, right? You don't have to worry about anything. The mentors are here, the coaches are here for you. There's, everything's there. No, but you don't have to worry about building your everything. It's there already. And
Yeah, the
sometimes
blueprint.
the blueprints is there, and sometimes these amazing people here already give you, like, simplify it more. We'll give you like a video, extra video stuff, extra things like, oh, PDF here, do this, everything. It's like, oh my god, the knowledge is just over. It's like a mind, my mind is just like this. Oh
Interesting.
my god, it's like a light bulb. Oh my god, I have. So build your connections, build your network. Don't just stay where you're at. Spread your wings, know other people, meet other people. But how do you do that? First, get out of your group. The dream makers, start looking at those people. Put a heart, put a like, put a comment, just hi, hello. That's a big thing already. You know how I improve my network? I started with that. One heart, one like, and one comment, a little good morning. It makes that person a new business owner, like a gold mine to them. You made their day. So start with that for the new business owner. Then, be plugged in, be consistent in what they do. Whatever your mentors and coaches are telling you, they're telling you that because we don't want you to do the same thing that we did before. We want you to pass that thing, and then you do the best. Yes.
Just to
Agree.
give them a little, Coach Assist May, I will give them a little bit trivia. Me, Mary Botok, Coach Daphne, we are not financially connected with each other within the business. We have different mentors and coaches, but we connected because of being a servant leader. We connected outside our comfort zone, and we found, they said, the birds that flock together, that has, what do you call that, the birds that
We could
the
flock
same
together.
together.
Birds,
Yes,
yeah.
we flock,
The
yeah, flock together, and now we are achieving our goals together. So we would love you to do that as well. Don't just stay with one person, connect with more people, because that's how you learn. That's how you stay with the game.
Yeah.
You're right,
By
definitely.
the way, we have one question here from Maita. She's asking, where are you at right now? Are you in a place that you think you should be? Are
Oh,
you?
what do you call that? I'm right now. I should be more. What do you call that? I'm working towards my next goal.
Okay, okay. And also we have Mona's comment, iiyak na yan. And
Ah, I did it.
she's always there for us. We also want to acknowledge Janet watching from Edmonton right now. Thank you
Hello.
for tuning in. And yeah, some same feathers flock together. Yes, yes,
Yes.
Maita. Right. Yes, we have the same feather, all eagles. Now, my next question is, since we often receive numerous inquiries about the business, and as a coach, people naturally look up to you for your expertise and knowledge, right? Ang taas expectation nila. So, for all those individuals who are keen on venturing into your field in our business and starting their own entrepreneurial path, what advice or guidance would you share with them?
So if they want to venture to see what we're doing, if they want to be like us, um, this is you have to check it out. Really, it's not a rocket science, but you have to really dig into yourself. If I want some change in my life because nothing's working the way I wanted to be, I tried many things, but you have to take risk. Life is not easy. Life is full of uncertainty. Like what I've said, right? As we experienced that several years ago. So I would say take that leap of faith, check it out. There's nothing to lose. Just the webinar is free. You register your name and your email, and then watch the complimentary webinar. Now, you have to see what's in the inside because you would not really know how real people just like you and me have success, right? But things like this, if you feel like oh, so doubtful, right? But think about this, envision yourself in the next 5 years, right? Do you think in the next 5 years you are traveling with your family, you have savings in your bank account, um, you already have financial peace, you have more time with your family, you're traveling or giving back to your parents the way you want it to be, not restricted, because life here is expensive. For us, I know life as an immigrant, at in our back home, in our homeland, they thought that coming in here, yes, we have dollars as our salary, but life here is expensive as well. So we, as much as we want to give, right? But we're also we are like, that's why we're here. We want to find extra resources. So if you feel like you don't see yourself there yet in 5 years, and you see that what you're doing right now is not doing anything for you, it's not doing the change that you want it to be, but you have the desire, that this burning desire to change, then you need to take that next step and take action and see for yourself, because nothing that you do, if you don't take action, will have any results at all. No solution to your problem. And it will only take you that first step, that to watch the webinar, and then do the next step if this is for you. And if it's not, nothing to lose, right? Nothing to lose. So yes, so if you're interested, for those who are like May and Rebecca, Coach Rebecca here, and you wanted to know how this business has changed our lives, and and other people's life, then connect with them. And you would not only financial stuff that you would get here, but you'll be a better version of yourself.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Coach Daphne. Very valuable message. As Coach Daphne is mentioning, to see it for yourself, we don't just flash our checks in here to attract more people. We are sharing our story because story gives hope, right? That's why, as Coach Daphne mentioned, she is an immigrant. Some people are thinking if you are in abroad, you are earning so well. But you know what? We have also our own struggles financially. That's why we look for some extra resources so that we can give more. Because Filipinos, or like a lot of us, let's admit it, we love to give back more to our families, right? That's why we want to earn more. And she also mentioned about the webinar to see it for yourself. That's where you can learn more about this business, because we cannot just discuss in one go live, right? We always would love to give value. We want you to give or make an informative decision by watching a free 90-minute webinar. It's a big risk to become entrepreneur. Yes, as they say, business owners are risk takers. That's why we are cutting the risk by giving you more information, right? We want you to learn more how we do this, right? And what are the insight, because again, we don't want to spill or discuss in one go setting, because we have a very powerful automation. We want our system to work for us. That's why we, as healthcare workers, busy professionals, will leverage the power of automation. It cuts our hard work, right? Instead of working so hard, sitting on your desk for 8, 9, 10 hours long, we leverage the power of automation. Of course, we dive in for a few hours into our business, we set it up, and the system will roll for us, will work for us. That's why here I am busy radiographer. I always work midnights. That's why I just set up my business. I let it run through the power of automation, and then see and wait for the results. So for those who are not business owners yet, please watch this go live. Why? Because Coach Daphne gave a lot of value, a lot of things that you can resonate with as a full-time physical therapist, how she balanced her time and her business. So I will pass on the floor to Sis May.
Yes. Hello. So, Coach Daphne, first of all, again, thank you so much for sharing your time with us, your story, and your experience. We have a lot of viewers right now, and I believe they can all resonate to what you have just shared. But as we conclude, I want to emphasize to our viewers, business owners or not, just note that your dreams are within reach. So this is the moment that you have to take action, whether you're in the business already or not. Take action, bring ideas to life, embrace the learning process, start building your digital empire. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. Seek mentorship, connect with a supportive community. We have that already. And surround yourself with like minded individuals. We have a lot of individuals. We're not running out of that in our community. So seize this opportunity. The possibilities are endless, and the success awaits those who are willing to take risks and persevere. Thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for your unwavering support. It means the world to us. And always remember, your entrepreneurial dreams are well within your grasp. So it's time to transform those dreams into actions, and take care, thrive, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you know what? Always remember, if what you are doing is not working, it's time for you to level up, to step out. Because God says, if you want to see me move, make the move. So make that move now. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank
Bye,
you.
God
everyone.
bless. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone.
Thank you, Coach Daphne. Bye.